The unexpected arrival. The city never truly slept, but on that chilly autumn night, an unusual silence blanketed the narrow streets. Raj, a young software developer, was carrying the last of his boxes up the creaky stairs of the old apartment building he had just rented a room in. The faded paint on the walls, the flickering hallway light, and the faint hum of distant traffic made the place feel forgotten, yet somehow familiar. "Finally," Raj muttered, setting down the last box and wiping sweat from his brow. He glanced. At the door of his new room, a simple wooden door with a brass handle peeling paint around the edges. It was just a room, nothing more. A fresh start away from the chaos of his old life. As he fumbled with the keys, the faint sound of footsteps echoed from the corridor behind him. Raj turned, but no one was there. Shrugging it off, he unlocked the door and stepped inside. The room was small but tidy. A single bed, a desk, and a window overlooking the alley below. He was about to drop his bag when suddenly a soft voice whispered from the corner, "You're not alone." Raj froze. "Who's there?" His heart pounded in his chest. The room was empty, or so he thought. From the shadows emerged a figure, tall, slender, with skin that shimmered faintly under the dim light. Her eyes glowed softly, an otherworldly blue that pierced through the gloom. "I am Mira," she said, her voice melodic yet strange. "I am your landlord's daughter." Raj blinked, unsure if he was dreaming or hallucinating. "Your daughter?" He scanned the hallway outside, expecting someone else to step in, but there was no one. Mira stepped forward, the air around her seeming to pulse with an energy Raj couldn't explain. "Yes, I live here, and now so do you." Raj's mind raced. "Wait, you're saying you live in this building? How? Why did no one tell me there'd be an alien?" Mira's lips curved into a faint smile. "Your landlord, my mother, believes it's best you don't know everything just yet." Raj laughed nervously. "Alien? Mira, what are you talking about?" Mira reached out her hand. As Raj hesitated, he saw a flicker of something, images, memories, flashes of distant stars and strange worlds, in her eyes. The room suddenly felt smaller, the walls closing in. "Your world is not alone," she whispered, "and your stay here is more important than you realize." Before Raj could respond, the door behind him slammed shut. The lights flickered violently, then steadied. Mira's gaze remained steady, unreadable. "Why me?" Raj finally asked, voice trembling. Mira took a step closer. "Because you're part of something much bigger. Something even you haven't begun to understand." Raj spent the next few hours trying to process everything. Mira didn't leave, but instead told him stories. Half-truths, visions of distant galaxies, and warnings about dangers lurking beyond Earth's fragile atmosphere. She spoke of alliances, betrayals, and secrets buried beneath the surface of his city. Every now and then, Raj would glance at his phone, desperate for some normalcy, a text from a friend, a notification, but nothing. The world outside his window moved on, unaware of the strange visitor in his rented room. By dawn, exhaustion overcame him. Mira finally stepped back, her glowing eyes dimming to a soft ember. "Rest," she said. "Tomorrow you will need your strength." Raj lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling. Was this real? Had he just moved into a building with an alien landlord's daughter? And more importantly, what did she mean by his stay being important? The next morning, the building felt different. The hallways seemed quieter, the air thicker. Raj tried to find his landlord, hoping to ask questions, but the apartment was empty. A note lay on the reception desk. "Trust no one. Protect the secret." Raj's heart pounded again. What secret? His phone buzzed suddenly, a message from an unknown number. "Look behind the mirror." Raj hesitated, then walked to the bathroom. He pulled aside the mirror and found a hidden compartment. Inside, a small device pulsed with a faint blue light. He pressed a button, and a holographic map of the city appeared, marked with strange symbols and glowing points. Mira's voice echoed behind him. "This is where your real journey begins." Raj realized then that his life had changed forever. What started as renting a simple room was now the gateway to a cosmic mystery. Secrets behind the door. Raj barely slept that night. His mind was tangled with images of Mira's glowing eyes, the holographic city map, and the mysterious message warning him to trust no one. How could his ordinary life have spiraled into this alien enigma so suddenly? As dawn's pale light crept through his window, Raj decided he couldn't wait any longer. He needed answers. He stepped out of his room, the old wooden floor creaking beneath his feet. The hallway was empty and silent. The note left on the reception desk echoed in. His mind, trust no one. Protect the secret. He made his way down to the lobby, eyes scanning every corner. The building looked deserted, but Raj knew better. Mira was here somewhere, his alien landlord's daughter, who had suddenly become the axis of his entire reality. Raj's fingers brushed against the cold metal of the elevator button. The elevator groaned and shuddered before taking him down to the ground floor. The street outside was waking up, people chatting, cars honking, but Raj felt isolated, as if the world around him had slipped into a parallel dimension where he, alone, knew the truth. He pulled out the holographic map from the hidden device and studied it closely. Points of light flickered across the cityscape, locations marked with strange alien symbols he couldn't decipher yet. His curiosity pulled him toward one of the nearest points. It was just a few blocks away, near an abandoned warehouse district. Tashude Warehouse. The old warehouse stood like a forgotten giant on the edge of the city, its brick walls scarred by years of neglect. Raj approached cautiously, the hairs on the back of his neck standing on end. Suddenly a voice called out from the shadows, "You shouldn't be here." Raj spun around to see Mira emerging, her glowing blue eyes cutting through the morning mist. "What is this place?" Raj asked. Mira's expression was unreadable. "A safe house, a place where we keep what's hidden." Raj stepped inside the dim warehouse, his eyes adjusting to the gloom. Strange artifacts cluttered the space, alien technology humming softly, strange devices that looked like they belonged in a sci-fi movie. "Why show me this?" Raj asked. "Because you need to understand," Mira said, walking toward a large console covered in alien scripts. She tapped a panel, and a holographic display flickered to life. It showed star maps, energy readings, and a countdown timer. Raj stared, trying to make sense of the symbols. "What's that countdown?" Mira's voice dropped. "Time is running out. Something is coming, something that could change everything." Trust and doubt. Raj felt a storm of emotions, fear, fascination, and disbelief. Could he trust Mira? Could he trust anyone? He remembered the note. Trust no one. But who else could he turn to? His phone buzzed again, another message from the unknown number. "Find the truth beneath the city." Mira looked at him with an intensity that made his skin crawl. "There are tunnels beneath us, ancient and hidden, secrets buried for centuries." Raj swallowed hard. The city he thought he knew was just a facade, hiding a deeper, darker truth, a dangerous discovery. That night, Mira led Raj to a concealed entrance in the basement of the building. It was a heavy steel door, covered in alien symbols identical to those on the holographic map. Together, they pried the door open and descended into darkness. The tunnels beneath the city were cold and damp, echoing with the distant drip of water. Strange markings lined the walls, telling stories of ancient alien visitors and their secret missions. As they moved deeper, Raj's heart pounded louder than his footsteps. Suddenly, a low growl echoed through the tunnel. Mira stepped in front of Raj, her body glowing faintly as if preparing to defend. From the shadows emerged a creature unlike anything Raj had ever seen, part machine, part organic, with glowing red eyes and metallic limbs. "Guardians," Mira whispered. "They protect." The secrets. Raj held his breath as the creature studied them. After a tense moment, it stepped aside, allowing them passage. Emotions and revelations deeper in the tunnels. Mira finally opened up about her world. "We are not invaders," she said softly. "Our people have watched over Earth for centuries, guiding and protecting in secret." Raj struggled to understand. "Why reveal this to me? Because you have a role to play. Your kind and mine are connected in ways you cannot yet see." Her words struck a chord. Raj felt both small and significant, like a single thread in a vast cosmic tapestry. The price of knowledge. As they emerged back into the basement, Mira's expression darkened. There are those who want the secrets for their own gain, dangerous people who will stop at nothing. Raj nodded, realizing the stakes were higher than he imagined. "I'm not sure I'm ready for this," he admitted. Mira smiled faintly. "None of us ever are. But sometimes choice is taken away." A new alliance over the following days. Raj found himself drawn deeper into Mira's world, learning alien technology, deciphering the holographic maps, and understanding the delicate balance between Earth and the cosmos. Their bond grew, tempered by shared danger and whispered secrets. But always the question lingered: who could they trust? Cliffhanger one evening, as Raj returned to his room, he found it ransacked, his belongings scattered, the hidden device gone. A chilling message was scrawled on the wall in glowing alien script: "You are watched. The game has begun." Raj's blood ran cold. Outside, the city lights flickered, and somewhere in the distance a low hum grew louder. Shadows in the city. Raj stood frozen, staring at the glowing alien script smeared across the wall of his ransacked room. "You are watched. The game has begun." The words burned into his mind like a warning, an ominous declaration that the quiet life he once knew was over. He scanned the room. His clothes were tossed everywhere, his personal belongings scattered. Most alarming of all, the hidden device with the holographic map was gone. The one thing that might help him navigate this strange, terrifying new world. His heart pounded, adrenaline flooding through him. Who had done this? How had they gotten in? And most importantly, why? The weight of betrayal. Raj felt a cold pit form in his stomach. Mira had warned him not to trust anyone, but now he wondered if she had told him everything. Could she have been involved, or was someone else lurking, waiting to strike? He grabbed his phone and dialed Mira's number, voice shaking. No answer. He sent a text: "They've been here. The device is gone. We need to talk. Now." Minutes dragged by without a reply. Feeling helpless, Raj paced his small room. The familiar surroundings felt alien now, tainted by fear. The only constant was the faint humming outside, growing louder, like a dark presence creeping closer. A message. In the dark, suddenly his phone buzzed again, an encrypted message from the unknown number: "Trust is a luxury you cannot afford. Meet me at the old clock tower. Midnight. Come alone." Raj swallowed hard. The cryptic message felt like a challenge, a test. Was this someone helping him or trying to lure him into a trap? He debated his options. He could hide, try to forget this nightmare, or he could face it head on. The decision was made for him when a sharp knock came at his door. Unexpected visitor. Raj cautiously opened the door to find a figure cloaked in shadows, a man whose face was hidden beneath a hood. "I'm here to help," the stranger whispered urgently. "Name's Arjun. I know what's happening. You're not alone in this." Raj's pulse quickened. Could this be another ally, or another threat? Arjun's eyes darted nervously. "We don't have much time. They're watching your every move." Raj nodded, heart pounding. "Who are they?" Arjun's face darkened. A secret faction within the government, working with alien sympathizers. They want to control the technology Mira showed you. The midnight meeting. Later that night, Raj approached the old clock tower, its rusted hands frozen at midnight. The city's hum felt distant here, swallowed by shadows. Arjun emerged from the darkness, his face sharper in the moonlight. "We need to find the device before it's used for something terrible," Arjun said. "There's a place they keep their secrets, an underground bunker beneath the city." Raj shivered despite the chill. The tunnels he'd seen before were just the beginning, a race against time together. They slipped through back alleys, avoiding surveillance cameras and patrolling guards. The city felt like a labyrinth, every shadow hiding a possible enemy. Inside the bunker, fluorescent lights flickered, casting eerie shadows on metallic walls. Strange machines hummed, and alien symbols adorned the control panels. Raj's heart raced as he scanned the room. Somewhere in here was the device, the key to unraveling the conspiracy. Suddenly, alarms blared. Red lights flashed. They'd been spotted. Fight or flight. Raj and Arjun sprinted through the maze of corridors, pursued by faceless guards in tactical gear. "Split up!" Arjun shouted. Raj hesitated but then dove into a side passage. The tunnels twisted and turned, cold and claustrophobic. He could hear footsteps behind him, getting closer. He rounded a corner and found himself trapped. Panic surged. Then, from the shadows, Mira appeared, her eyes glowing fiercely. "Follow me!" she commanded. The truth revealed. They ducked through a hidden door that led to a small chamber filled with alien technology. Mira turned to Raj, her voice urgent. "I didn't tell you everything because I had to protect you. But now, you need to know the truth." She revealed that her people were part of an ancient alien race called the Seraphim, tasked with protecting Earth from a dangerous alien force called the Zalthar, a ruthless species bent on conquest. The device Raj had lost was a beacon that could either summon help or alert the Zalthar to Earth's location. If it falls into the wrong hands, Mira warned, it could mean the end of humanity. Choices and consequences. Raj felt the weight of the world pressing down on him. His life had been ordinary, but now he was a key player in an intergalactic war. "Why me?" he asked, voice trembling. "Because you have the strength to choose," Mira said softly. "And because the Seraphim have always walked among humans, waiting for the right moment." Raj's mind raced. Could he rise to this impossible challenge? Or was he doomed to become a pawn in a cosmic game? A new resolve. As dawn broke, Raj stood on a rooftop overlooking the city, Mira and Arjun by his side. The stakes were clear, the enemy close. The game had begun, and Raj was ready to play. The hidden war. Raj could barely sleep that night. The weight of Mira's revelation pressed on his mind like a storm cloud ready to burst. The Seraphim, his alien neighbors, were protectors, guardians, from a cosmic threat most humans didn't even know existed. The device stolen from his room was a beacon, a key to Earth's fate. He had two choices now: run and hide or face this hidden war head-on. A plan takes shape. The next morning, Raj met Arjun and Mira in a secluded cafe, far from prying eyes. Arjun pulled out a worn map of the city, but this wasn't any ordinary map. It detailed secret alien outposts and hidden entrances, places no human had ever been told about. "We have to recover the beacon before the Zalthar use it," Arjun said. "But they're not just anyone. They have powerful weapons, and they can blend in." Raj studied the map, eyes narrowing. "Where do we start?" Mira pointed to a darkened area beneath the city's oldest subway station. "Their main base is there. It's heavily guarded, but that's where the beacon will be." Into the depths. Raj felt his pulse quicken as they entered the subway station at dusk. The trains screeched past overhead, but the tunnels below were silent and chilling. The air was thick with dust and tension. "Stay close," Mira warned. We don't know what traps they've set." They moved stealthily, their footsteps muffled by the shadows. Every sound seemed amplified, every flicker of light suspicious. A ghost from the past. Suddenly, Raj froze. Ahead, crouched in the shadows, was a familiar figure. Ravi, his childhood friend. "Ravi?" Raj whispered in disbelief. Ravi's eyes glowed, faintly. "You shouldn't have come here, Raj." "What happened to you?" Raj asked, heart pounding. Ravi's voice was cold. "I chose a different path. The Zalthar showed me the truth about humanity's weaknesses. I serve a greater cause now." Raj's stomach twisted. His friend had become an enemy. Betrayal cuts. Deep Ravi lunged at Raj with unnatural speed. Raj barely dodged, the force of the attack sending him sprawling. Arjun and Meera sprang into action, using strange energy weapons that pulsed with blue light. "Ravi, stop this!" Meera shouted. "You're not yourself!" But Ravi was lost to the darkness now, his eyes burning. With alien fire, the battle underground, the narrow tunnel became a battlefield. Raj fought with everything he had, adrenaline fueling his every move. Ravi's strength was terrifying, but Raj's determination was fiercer. With a desperate move, Raj managed to knock the weapon from Ravi's hand and grab him. "Remember who you are," Raj pleaded. For a moment Ravi hesitated, the human flicker returning to his eyes. Escape or capture? But then loud alarms echoed throughout the tunnels. Reinforcements were coming. "We have to go," Arjun urged. Meera nodded. "We're outnumbered. Retreat now and regroup." Raj looked at Ravi, torn between hope and heartbreak. "I'll find you," he promised. They fled through winding tunnels, barely escaping the enemy's grasp. Secrets in the shadows. Back in their safe house, Meera explained more about the Zalthar. "They're a ruthless species," she said. "Masters of manipulation and war. Their goal is total control, and Earth is just their next target." Raj sat silently, absorbing the truth. "This isn't just about us," Arjun said quietly. "It's about the future of humanity. A new alley." Just as despair threatened to take hold, the door creaked open. A woman stepped in, her eyes sharp and confident. "I'm Lena," she said. "I've been watching your fight. I want to help." Meera exchanged a glance with Arjun. "Welcome to the resistance," Meera said. Hope in the darkness. Raj felt a spark of hope. They were outnumbered and outgunned, but they weren't alone. Together, they would fight. The battle for Earth's fate had only just begun. The heart of the enemy. The Resistance's safe house was quiet, but the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Raj sat across from Lena, Meera, and Arjun, their faces illuminated only by the flickering light of a holographic map projected from a small device. "This is where they're keeping the beacon," Lena said, pointing to a dark cluster beneath the city. The Zalthar's main stronghold. Heavily fortified, guarded by their most loyal soldiers. Raj swallowed hard. "And we have to go in there, alone?" Meera shook her head. "No. We'll need a team, people we can trust. But first we have to retrieve a weapon from the Seraphim Vault, a weapon that can disrupt Zalthar technology. The vault of the Seraphim, deep beneath the city, hidden beneath layers of ancient ruins, lay the vault. It was a place few had seen, even among the Seraphim. Raj followed Meera and Lena as they navigated Winding Stone Cove. The vault doors loomed ahead, massive, covered in glowing symbols. Meera placed her hand on a central panel, and the doors groaned open, revealing a chamber filled with strange artifacts and glowing weapons. Raj's eyes locked on a sleek, crystalline device resting on a pedestal. "This," Meera said, "is the Heart Disruptor." A fragile alliance, the team gathered to plan their assault on the Zalthar stronghold. "Timing is everything," Arjun said. "They expect an attack, but they don't know when or how." Lena laid out the strategy. "We'll split into two groups. One will create a diversion on the surface. The other will infiltrate the bunker and retrieve the beacon." Raj volunteered for the infiltration team. the weight of responsibility heavy on his shoulders. Before leaving, Mira pulled him aside. "Remember, Raj, the beacon isn't just a device. It's a symbol of hope or destruction. Your choices will decide which." Into the lion's den, under the cover of night, Raj and his team slipped into the city's underground tunnels, hearts pounding. The stronghold was a fortress of steel and shadows, patrolled by Zalthar soldiers, with weapons that hummed with lethal energy. Raj's fingers brushed the heart disruptor at his side, a comforting weight. They moved silently, disabling guards and bypassing security systems. The deeper they went, the more surreal their surroundings became. Alien architecture merged with human technology in a dizzying labyrinth. The beacon's secret. Finally, they reached the chamber where the beacon was held. It was larger than Raj imagined, an orb of shifting light floating above a pedestal. The room buzzed with power. As Raj approached, the beacon pulsed, sending waves of energy that made the hairs on his arms stand. "Careful," Lena warned. "One wrong move, and it could activate." Raj steadied his breath, pulling out the heart. Disruptor. The device glowed bright, resonating with the beacon. Betrayal from within. Suddenly, alarms blared. The room's doors slammed shut. "Trap!" Arjun shouted. From the shadows emerged Ravi, Raj's old friend turned enemy, his eyes burning with alien fury. "You're too late," Ravi sneered. "The beacon will call the Zalthar fleet. Earth will fall." Raj's heart shattered. Ravi had been playing them all along. The final showdown, Raj and Ravi clashed in a fierce battle, their movements fast and brutal. Ravi's strength was enhanced by alien technology, but Raj's determination was unbreakable. Using the heart disruptor, Raj weakened Ravi's powers, forcing him back. With a final push, Raj disarmed Ravi and disabled the beacon, the aftermath. The stronghold began to collapse. The team raced to escape. Outside, the city was waking up to a new dawn, a dawn Raj hoped would be free of alien threats. Mira looked at Raj with pride. "You did it," she said softly. Raj nodded, exhausted but hopeful. A new beginning. The fight wasn't over, but a critical victory had been won. Raj knew that as long as the Seraphim and humans stood together, Earth had a chance, and in the shadows, new challenges awaited, waiting for the next chapter in this hidden war. The dawn of unity. The city was silent, bathed in the cold light of early morning. Raj stood atop a rooftop, staring out at the horizon, where the first rays of sunlight began to pierce the darkness. The battle beneath the surface had ended, but the war for Earth's future was only just beginning. After the storm days had passed, since the collapse of the Zalthar stronghold, the world was waking up to truths that had long been hidden. The presence of alien beings, both protectors and invaders, was no longer a secret. Raj found himself at the heart of a new movement, one that sought to unite humans and Seraphim against any lingering threats. "People need to understand," Mira said during a broadcast to the global audience, her voice steady but filled with urgency. "We are not alone in the universe, but together we can protect our world." Rebuilding trust. Not everyone welcomed this revelation. Fear and suspicion lingered in many hearts. Raj felt it in every conversation, every skeptical glance. Yet he also saw hope, young minds eager to learn, communities willing to embrace change. One evening, Raj met with Lena and Arjun in their once secret safe house, now a hub for peaceful collaboration. "Trust isn't built overnight," Lena said, folding a map on the table. "But this is a start," Arjun nodded. "We must be patient. The future depends on it." The return of Ravi news spread that Ravi had been captured but was being treated with care by the Seraphim healers. Raj couldn't ignore the ache in his chest. His old friend had fallen into darkness but was now on a path to redemption. Visiting him, Raj found Ravi weaker, haunted by regret. "I was blinded," Ravi admitted. But I want to make amends. Raj extended his hand. We all make mistakes. What matters is what we do next. A hidden threat, just as peace seemed within reach, Mira received a coded message from deep space, an ominous warning. The Zalthar fleet was regrouping, preparing for a massive invasion. Raj's heart sank. The fight was far from over. We need allies, Mira said grimly, not just on Earth but beyond. A call to the stars. With renewed determination, Raj and his team began preparations for a new mission to seek out other civilizations that might stand with them against the looming threat. Humanity was no longer isolated. The galaxy was vast, filled with unknown friends and foes alike, the legacy of the beacon. In a quiet moment, Raj visited the chamber where the beacon once hovered. Though the device was destroyed, its legacy remained, a symbol of unity and vigilance. Raj whispered, "We carry this light now, not just to protect Earth, but to safeguard the future of all." Final reflection. As the sun rose higher, Raj felt a calm settle within him. The journey had been fraught with danger, loss, and sacrifice, but it had also revealed humanity's greatest strength, the ability to hope, to fight, and to come together. In the face of the unknown, the end and a new beginning, the hidden war had changed everything. Yet, for Raj and those who stood with him, it was only the beginning of a new chapter, one where Earth was no longer alone, and where the bonds between species would shape the destiny of the stars. End of story.